Hi y'all. So I'm being a porch honky right now. Front porch sitting, enjoying this beautiful day, and I got a new magazine in the mail. It's called Success. I like it, but it caught my attention today. 29 power habits, and I thought that it might be something worth sharing out loud. I don't know. I feel like reading. Y'all want to listen? Get something good out of it today? Let me see. I'll tell you the credentials on the article. Give me a second. Let me get to the end of it. Oh. Is it at the front? Well, I said I was going to, but we're just going to talk. We're just going to read about it. Anyways, the habit reset. Own your second nature before it owns you. It says to start with a plan, to review the previous year and what your goals were. Did you achieve them or make progress towards them? What went well? What could have improved? How do you feel about the previous year? Celebrate your accomplishments by listing each one. It's a good thing to make note of. Count your blessings and think about the things that have went well for you. In the beginning of the year, to take care of some housekeeping. Don't forget to change all of your passwords. Check your credit score. Read and review all notes in journals from the year before. Remind yourself, why you're doing what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish in the days that are coming. Decide. That's the next one. Decide what you want to accomplish for the next year. Set specific goals. Select the first quarter goals, accomplish and action items, and decide how many hours per week to spend it. Break it down to weekly increments. Choose the habits that you want to adopt or double down on. Learn one new skill. My new skill is medical massage therapy. I am working through the processes of medical billing so that I can fluidly offer a service that can be written off as a healthcare service or can be charged to the insurance so that it doesn't come out of pocket. That's one of my goals for this year, is to get good and fluid at that. Review the last week's plan with each new week and decide what went well, what could be improved, and how you feel about the past week. Set goals and guesstimate how much time each will take. Time management is a struggle sometimes, and since I've found massage therapy, to put things in an orderly position on a time scale has made me much more aware of time, and I often relate time to God because I feel like He is time. And so getting a rein on my time management, I feel like has grown me over the last year. This is a great article. The magazine is called Success. I'm not sure who wrote this one, but still. So moving further into the article, it says, get out of the burn box. He explained that we operate in 4 basic states that include a mix of high-low thinking and high-low doing. The most wonderful and terrible place is the burn box, which is characterized by both high thinking and doing. This is the state of being most prized in our dysfunctional society, where we wear hyperactivity as a badge of courage and idleness is a mortal sin. The people who buy into this do more. Hype will end their lives thoroughly disappointed that they neglect their families and friends, not to mention that small but powerful inner voice telling them that they never actually wanted to climb the corporate ladder. That's like self-sabotage. Those who spend too much time in the burn box end up predictably burned out. Until I saw this diagram, I was burning myself out once a quarter, only to enter the arena again, guns blazing, when I could finally stand again. Neil showed me how the most successful people easily and frequently move between all the boxes. Now I visit the Do Box by taking a 3-day solo hiking trip into the woods, and I cherish my time in the Space Box by signing up for a week at an all-inclusive resort with no agenda except rum punches and great literature. How do you know when it's time to leave your box? Listen to your body and mind. With practice, the signs will become clearer. Take vacations often. You can't afford not to take long vacations. This time out of the burn box will serve to sharpen your most valuable tools, your mind and spirit. Scientists told me so. Leisure is a predictor of well-being and satisfaction with life, including your health, work enjoyment, creativity, and even marital satisfaction. Studies show that people who take more vacation get more raises and promotions. Oh, you only get 2 weeks of vacation per year? Negotiate 4, 6, or 8. Demand it. You get in life what you have the courage to ask for. Let's smash the myth that vacations hurt productivity. The opposite is true. 9 of 10 of the most productive countries are in Europe, where 4 weeks of paid vacation is the minimum across the board. In some places, 6, 8, or 12 weeks of vacation is not unusual. The United States has the lowest number of paid vacations in these 10 countries and ranks 6th in productivity. Can't afford to take a vacation? Save only $50 per week and you will have $2,600 to spend. That can buy many tanks of gas, a night at a quiet Airbnb at the ocean or in the mountains. No excuses. Decide that you will carve out the precious time. You deserve it. I love weekend trips. I love to just go somewhere, and I've slept in my car a number of times just to, reset. Take frequent breaks for peak performance. So, anatomy tip that goes with this, when someone is receiving information, to work in 15-minute intervals and then to stand up or to change the topic and then come back to it, the retention is better. Take frequent breaks for peak performance. How often do you get stuck on a problem? For me, it's daily. When this happens, stop. If you attempt to power through it, you'll increase your frustration and obliterate your enthusiasm for the task. When facing stuckness, your prefrontal cortex is overexerted. That's the part of your brain responsible for concentration, logical thinking, and willpower. A break here does not mean switching to another diabolical, daunting piece of drudgery. Good options are to take a walk. Beethoven and many of his genius contemporaries favored this one. It's mine too. Even 5 minutes around the building can provide you a powerful refresh. Play a musical instrument for a few bars. Einstein's favorite break was the violin. I leave my guitar by the patio door for when I feel like annoying the neighbors. Change your environment. New sites stimulate creative solutions. Take a power nap. Pro tip, you can drink a cup of coffee before you lay down with a 15-minute alarm set. You'll wake up wide-eyed. Meditate, daydream, or blast your favorite song. I love loud music. My car time is my favorite. Windows down, radio up, praise music. Lately I've been listening to a book on audio. That's the best times. Oh, and breaks that involve movement reduce your risk for heart disease, diabetes, depression, and obesity. Shake a leg. Without knowing it, you most likely have hundreds or thousands of habits. They could be as important as waking up early to exercise or gratitude journaling before bed. They may be as mundane as your routine to work or or the order you wash your arms and legs in the shower. The good news is that you don't have to focus on the mundane. When you can zero in on the few habits that matter most, it becomes much easier to design the kind of life you want. For me, there are 3 major categories of habits: mind, body, and soul. Therapeutic relief for the mind, body, and soul. Mind habits. Not long ago, it was normal for me to wake up and hit the gym. That's a habit I need to implement, and I do good for a few weeks, and then I fall off, and I have trouble structuring it in. I need an accountability partner. Anyways, where was I at? The gym. I lost my place. Oops. Sorry, y'all. There we go. Okay. Here I'm at. Mind habits. Not long ago, it was normal for me to wake up and hit the gym. Review my most important yearly goals, divide the day's task into urgent and important, eliminate distractions, and force myself to work. Today, I take at least 5 minutes a day to list in my head what I'm grateful for and feel that emotion. After only 5 minutes of gratitude, I am in perfectly blissful, high-energy state. The perfect situation to start creating mental pictures in my mind of what I want in my life. I found visualization incredibly difficult when I first started to practice it. I had let my imagination atrophy, a state brought on by an always connected, hyper-stimulated world. Start simply and don't expect too much at first, and I promise you, eventually you will be able to create more complex universes in your mind. Finally, when unhelpful thoughts do creep in, I use mantras as an antidote. In my daily walk to work, I recite, "I choose to live in a beautiful state," over and over again with conviction, feeling the words. By the time I get to work, I have put myself in an unbeatable state where no matter what happens in my day, I choose to live my mantra. Be courageous. That was the word. Be courageous and of good faith. Be courageous and of good faith. That's what the word says. That's the mantra. Be courageous and of good faith. I may encounter rudeness, lethargy, bureaucracy, but it doesn't matter because I am the master of my eternal domain. Body habits. The body is a complex machine, but instructions are freely available for creating one that serves you well as a vehicle to carry you through life. Basically, eat well and exercise. If you fail to make time for this now, you will be forced later to spend a lot of time putting out a big fire, or die 20 years too early. Move your body as soon as you wake up. Cortisol is the body's main stress hormone, and its function is to wake up and give us energy. It's also what's used in our fight or flight response. It's what makes us fearful as stressed as a piano string. Cortisol is highest in the morning while it serves useful purpose, and overabundance leads to anxiety and depression and blocks your genius, preventing you from doing your greatest work. Did you also know that cortisol, being the stress hormone, 2 minutes of power posing, which is standing arms stretched out, standing in the Superman position, standing erect, power posing will switch the cortisol and testosterone levels. Testosterone being the hormone that gets you strength. So Sunday morning praise and worship, there's a purpose for that. To get into the activity of doing the praise and worship, of putting your arms out and giving glory to the Lord, it actually builds you. It increases your hormones to build strength inside of you because you are victorious. You are made to be victorious. This is just someone's article on telling you how to function in it. It's great. I think it's a she. They're on a good point. Even light exercise can drastically reduce cortisol levels and clear your mind for a focused, productive day. Author, podcaster, and investor Tim Ferriss often starts with his only 5 to 10 reps of push-ups, for example. Oh, shout out to Caleb. I just saw your push-up video. Getting into my body, even for 30 seconds, has dramatic effect on my mood and quiets mental chatter, Ferriss says. I've become hyper-aware of the importance of even minimal exercise first thing in the morning. On days where I do some, my mood is 2 to 10 times better than on days that I skip it. Soul habits. We don't feel like we have a full life when we're constantly rushing from one task, day, month to the next. Mouse meet wheel. Blinding charge from one moment to the next without a pause will have you waking up one day in hospice with teary-eyed family at your bedside and you wondering, why didn't I stop to ponder once in a while? This is why reflection is a key part of my planning, and journaling has become one of my key habits. 5 minutes can generate worlds of progress in your life. Have you ever done prayer journaling? Have you ever written your prayers down and watched them come to pass? It's such a big faith builder. It really does a number. In the process of moving thoughts from our brain to the page, we force ourselves to take stock of the activities and moments that make up our lives. In 2015, I read the brilliant The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron and learned how millions of people have benefited from her morning pages practice. I then spent 2 years, 5 mornings a week, journaling 3 pages a day for 30 minutes with pen and paper. Writing each morning clears your mind of heavy thoughts and spikes your creativity. It helps you process challenges and generate solutions, and it has proven benefits for your mood, immune system, and bank account. Did you hear that? That's a good one. Okay, wake up in the morning and write something down, because the written word is just as powerful as the spoken word. Writing each morning clears your mind of heavy thoughts and spikes your creativity. It helps you process challenges and generate solutions, and it has proven benefits for your mood, immune system, and bank account. Man, that's a good one. Can I read that one more time? Man. Writing each morning clears your mind of heavy thoughts and spikes your creativity. It helps you process challenges and generate solutions, and it has proven benefits for your mood, immune system, and bank account. If you can find 30 minutes each day to write, then you can surely find 5. Think of all the text messages that we send. Hundreds of history's most notable icons have had this practice, including Marcus Aurelius, Marie Curie, and Thomas Edison. Find balance. A robot will always beat you at habits. They don't get tired or bored, and they don't need a reason or willpower to act. You are not a robot, and this is your greatest strength. Humans have, as far as we know, an unparalleled capacity in the universe for adventure, bravery, curiosity, joy, love, humor, subtlety, art, cuisine, satisfaction, self-improvement, geocaching, I don't know what that one is, literature, extreme sports, Pokemon hunting, and daydreaming. Let this massive competitive advantage of our species inform your priorities. Let your driving force be a desire to experience the fullest life imaginable. If there is a higher power experiencing the cosmos through us, it really wants us to have a fantastic time in these bodies. Habits are not the dry, lifeless fossils they are made out to be by an impatient, short attention span. Get-rich-quick life hack world. In the same way that we eat literally creates our bodies, what we do each day in each moment creates our lives. Choose negative habits and they will lead you to dark places. Follow the positive path and you will begin to walk among the heights of joy, abundance, and achievement. Still, never forget the cardinal rule of habits. Habits must serve you, not the other way around. That was good again. Let me try it. Let me read it one more time. Habits are not the dry, lifeless fossils they are made out to be by an impatient, short attention span, get-rich-quick life hack world. In the same way that what we eat literally creates our bodies, what we do each day, in each moment, creates our lives. Choose negative habits and they will lead you to dark places. Follow the positive path and you will begin to walk among the heights of joy, abundance, and achievement. Still, never forget the cardinal rule of habits. Habits must serve you, not the other way around. That's a good one, huh? Okay, I'm done, y'all. I'm going to start making my videos again more often. I'm going to try.